Welcome guys to season number 2 of my Arsenal career mode series. Today we'll be starting season 2 of my Arsenal career mode series, and you guys are seeing on screen right now, this is just before we jump into the second season. I'm doing player contracts because some players their contracts are expiring, so I still want to keep a few at the club, so I will be extending some of their contracts. So guys, make sure you do smash that like button for the beginning of season 2 of my Arsenal career mode series. If we can smash over 100 likes, that will be freaking insane. Thank you all for the support you guys showed on yesterday's video for the return of the Barcelona career mode. You guys were really happy about that, and I am back with daily uploads. So yeah, as I said, make sure you support the video. Make sure you drop a comment down below that I can personally respond to. If you have any transfer suggestions for me, make sure you drop a comment down below and I will personally respond to that comment. Make sure you subscribe so you do not miss any videos from me. So as you guys can see, I'm doing a lot of the player contracts here. I'm bumping this one up to 5,000 per week on a 63 overall young striker that we do have. And like I did at the beginning of season 1, I'm going to try and get those young players out on loan to other clubs so they can develop instead of just sitting on the bench here at Arsenal. So a couple of players actually did decline the contract offer. I did give the players what they wanted, the player demands, but some of them still didn't accept it, so I do have to just change up a few things there. Diaby 76 overall he's at the moment, and thank you guys for support on the season review. I've never done a season review before in any of my career modes. You guys really did show support on the season review, and I will be doing that at the end of this second season also. So a season review, obviously we go over the season that was. So yeah, again, Miachi, our young left winger, he's still not accepting the new contract I am offering him, so I have given him a first team role, so hoping that he can accept that. So there will be a meeting. The Arsenal board have messaged me saying that there will be a meeting to judge my performance. Obviously during season 1 we did win the Community Shield final and the Capital One Cup, so 2 pieces of silverware for the first season. I think I did pretty good, and as you guys can see, super season. The Arsenal board were very happy of what I did do during the first season. So sadly we didn't win the league. We just snuck into 4th position. Obviously in Champions League we got eliminated in the round of 16. So my objective for this second season is to win the Premier League. I want to win the Barclays Premier League, try and get as far as I can in the Champions League, and if we were to win a domestic cup on the way, that would be very nice also. So guys, Szczesny has to be sold. Szczesny is telling me that he's homesick in this career mode series, but I have noticed in career mode, when players say that they're actually homesick, they actually don't go back to their home. So Szczesny is Polish, and I don't think he's actually going to go back to Poland. You guys have to wait and see to which team Szczesny does leave. So the board want me to win the league title. At the beginning of season 1, they wanted me to finish in the top 4, which I did successfully do that. They want me to win the league this time. That is something that I do want to do during this second season. We have a transfer budget of £35.5 million, which is quite decent, to be honest. The team that we do have at the moment is very strong, and I do want to keep those sort of players, but I do want to make my touch on this team. So I will be trying to bring in a lot of players during this transfer window. Players that didn't work for me during season 1 will be leaving, and players that have worked for me during season 1 will be staying at the club. So you guys can see Manchester City come with offer for Szczesny, £13 million, which I do count offer to £17 million. And a player which does want to leave is Santi Cazorla. So I did add him to the transfer list, and cause Szczesny will be leaving, I need to bring in a backup goalkeeper, another goalkeeper that can play at our club. So one goalkeeper that I was looking at was the Monaco young goalkeeper that they do have at the moment. So as you guys can see, Szczesny has officially been sold to Manchester City. So that young Monaco goalkeeper was a goalkeeper which I was looking at, a player that has a lot of potential, and yeah, he'll be a nice player to bring in. So I was thinking about actually buying him, but I actually do go and bring him in on loan. So instead of actually buying him, bring him in on loan for the first season, see how he goes, and if he was playing good during this season, I will buy him at the beginning of next season. So guys, you can see we did have an extra 35,000 in the transfer budget budget of obviously at the beginning of this career mode second season, sorry. So we have 49,000 now because of Szczesny leaving to Manchester City. So Theo Walcott actually declined my new contract offer, so we're going to have to give him the money that he does want. So another player I was looking at was Nyang, a 20-year-old right winger at AC Milan. And look at those stats already, guys. He's fast. He's got 4-star weak foot and 4-star skill moves. This guy looks like an absolute beast, so I will be trying to bring him in, and he'll be a really good signing. He can also play in the centre forward position, so I am going to ask my scout to inquire about him. A lot of you guys have been telling me just to scout the player further, because if you were to inquire about the player straight to the club, they do give you a value of probably double their actual price. So you guys can see I also did inquire, did tell my scout to a left midfielder from Bayern Munich, a young left midfielder. And another player I was looking at was Javier Pastore. He's at PSG, and the central midfield position is where we have to bring in another player. Throughout season 1 we had Aaron Ramsey, we also did have Jack Wilshere, the two main players in the midfield. In the central midfield, probably CDM position. So I do want to bring in another player, so Pastore would be a good signing. And I do accept Manchester United's offer for Santi Cazorla. I just want him to leave the club. He had a very disappointing first season, and he does want to leave. So I will grant his wish, so he can leave to Manchester United. So PSG, they want £18 million for Javier Pastore, but I'm going to try less. I'm going to be very tight with my money. I don't want to spend too much of my money. I want to be very tight with it, as I did say. So I'm going to offer PSG £11.5 million plus Diaby, and Diaby's getting to the age where he won't be growing anymore in career mode. So him for Pastore, that would be a very nice deal. As Lazio come with the offer for Olivier Giroud, £7.5 million, which I do counter offer to £14 million. So Giroud during the first season, he was alright. He was also a bit disappointing. So if Giroud was to get sold, I wouldn't mind that. As you guys can see, I am looking at that young goalkeeper, because Szczesny is officially sold to Manchester City. So I do want to bring in another goalkeeper, and as I said, I was looking about buying this 21-year-old. Instead, I went in for a full season loan. Gonna see how he plays during the first season of his loan spell. If he was to play good, I will bring him in at the beginning of season 2, as Newcastle come with an offer for the main man Lacazette, which I do reject all offers and future offers, as Cazorla has officially been sold to Manchester United. So Cazorla is a Manchester United player right now. So already in this transfer window, 2 players have left the club. So as I said, I wanted to bring in that young goalkeeper from Monaco on loan, but he's not a player that is going to get straight into the starting 11. So I was looking at bringing in another goalkeeper, Sirigu from PSG, 28 years of age, but I'm not too fussed about a goalkeeper at 28 years of age. He would be a very nice signing, Sirigu, and he's the goalkeeper that I really do want to start in the starting 11 during this second season, as Lazio come with another offer for Giroud. And just to inform us that it was Dortmund who have put in an offer for Javier Pastore, and PSG have actually accepted it. So we really have to get this deal done before Pastore goes to Dortmund instead of coming to us. So PSG, they want £29.5 million for Sirigu. I do give them another offer of £25 million. So we are going to accept this 21-year-old goalkeeper, Nardi his name is. So as I said, he's a loan player. If he does play well during this first season, we will buy him at the beginning of season number 3. So Nyang, as I said, I did tell my scout to scout him further, so that he's come with a £2 million value of Nyang. So I'm going to offer AC Milan £3 million. Going to see what they come back and say. I'm not going to see them accept that, so we'll have to put in another offer, but at the moment a £3 million bid is good enough for Nyang. So as you guys can see, Pastore has accepted the contract, and Pastore is the first actual transfer for this transfer window. Obviously, we did bring in a player on loan, the young goalkeeper, but a player that is actually bought into the club, Pastore. Welcome to Arsenal. I have big plans for this kid. So him, Jack Wilshere, and Aaron Ramsey, the three main central midfielders in our squad. This team is coming along very, very nicely. So we are doing the contract for Nyang, the 20-year-old. So AC Milan, they actually did accept my £3 million bid in for him, which was very surprising. So Aaron Ramsey is back from his injury. He did pick up an injury in the final game of the Barclays Premier League season at the end of season 1. So yet again, PSG, they do not accept my offer for Syracuse. So I've got to put in another offer. This time is £27 million. I'm going to come back and see what PSG say there. So as you guys did see before, the 20-year-old left midfielder at Bayern Munich, Mbai, I want to say his name is. I'm not 100% sure, but this guy, he's only 20 years of age, a very pacey player. He's got 3-star weak foot and 2-star skill moves. But this guy, he has a lot of potential and he does have that special something. So we're going to see what Bayern Munich, if they do accept my offer for him or not. So another player has been sold, and that's Giroud to Lazio. So 3 players have been sold in this episode, a jam-packed episode. This is going to wrap up the episode, guys. Smash a like if you did enjoy it. Make sure you drop a comment down below that I can respond to. Make sure you subscribe, and other than that, I'll see you all next time.